A little early, but it's 5:29. We can get started. Okay, I'll call the meeting to order. Jen, will you take roll call vote, please?
Commissioner Corbin.
Here.
Commissioner Johnson.
Here.
Commissioner Waldner.
Here.
Commissioner Thill.
Here.
And Mayor Dinner.
Here. We have the agenda in front of us. Do I have a motion to adopt the agenda?
I make a motion we adopt agenda.
Second.
I got a motion and a second. Jen, will you take roll call vote?
Commissioner Johnson.
Aye.
Commissioner Waldner.
Aye.
Commissioner Corbin.
Aye.
Commissioner Thill.
Aye.
Mayor Dinner.
Aye. We have nothing under the appearances and acknowledgement. We'll move down into consent calendar. Do I have a motion to approve the consent calendar?
So moved.
Mr. Mayor?
Yep.
I got one slight modification.
Okay.
Under the minutes, it's just a minor detail, but it has like myself and Corbin via teleconference, and that should actually be via video conference. Teleconference signifies audio only, as in like through the telephone, and so I just want to make sure that going forward that's listed and identified properly.
I will.
And since you're going to bring it up, I did grace the room with my presence last week.
Yep.
Yep. It's noted accordingly.
Okay.
Thank you.
With that, I will second Mr. Johnson's motion.
Okay. Jen, will you take roll call?
Commissioner Thill.
Aye.
Commissioner Johnson.
Aye.
Commissioner Corbin.
Aye.
Commissioner Waldner.
Aye.
And Mayor Dinner.
Aye. Not seeing anything under unfinished business, we'll move down into the oath of office. Adam Shaw and Jerry Wire. Jen?
Mr. Shaw, you want to join me up front first? Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of South Dakota,
and the Constitution of the State of South Dakota,
and that I will faithfully
that I will faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of Commissioner
of Commissioner
for the City of Madison,
for the City of Madison,
Lake County,
Lake County,
to the best of my
to
ability.
the best of my ability.
You sign this, please, sir? Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, go ahead. Mr. Wire. Same for you, please. Raise your right hand, repeat after me. I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of South Dakota,
and the Constitution of the State of South Dakota,
and that I will faithfully
and that I will faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of Commissioner
of Commissioner
for the City of Madison,
for the City of Madison,
Lake County,
Lake County,
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
You here, please? Go ahead and date.
Thank you, Jen. Good evening, guys. We will move down into new business. I see Mike McGilvery's here. Do you want to bring us up to speed on the number one, authorize the mayor to sign recipient contract, State of South Dakota enhanced mosquito control efforts?
Can I just come right here?
Yeah.
Stuck at home, I'm stuck in between these two guys. Alright, so, this is the same grant that we apply for year after year after year for the state of South Dakota. The funding we will use for our spray, our larviciding, and mosquito control efforts. I think we were awarded $3,800 and some dollars.
38.28.
Yeah, 38.28. So it's a yearly thing. Basically, I think we need your signature to accept the funds.
If I may, this is very consistent with what we have received in the past. Last year we got 38.88. We don't budget for these dollars because they're a grant, they're never given, so this is an additional 38.28 for the insect control budget.
It's basically efforts for the West Nile and mosquito control. So our peak mosquito, West Nile, will come from July 1st to the end of August. We're probably peaking in the next 3 to 4 weeks is when we'll start seeing them. The mosquitoes started to show up Thursday, so we will be starting our adult siding this week, and then we will adult side when conditions are right and when it's needed.
Okay. Do I have a motion to authorize the mayor to sign recipient contract, State of South Dakota enhanced mosquito control efforts?
So approved.
So move.
We use Mike as a second.
Yep.
Okay. Is there any further comments or discussion? Not hearing any. We will, Jen, will you take roll call vote?
Commissioner Dell?
Aye.
Commissioner Waldner?
Aye.
Commissioner Shaw?
Aye.
Commissioner Ware?
Aye.
Mayor Danner?
Aye.
Thank you.
Chad, item number 2, authorize the mayor to sign change order number 1, Banner Association, Inc., J&J Earthworks, Inc., Water System Improvement Project, Phase 1A.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, members of the commission and members of the public. This is a change order for our city's contract with J&J Earthworks for the what we commonly refer to as the Rural Development Project. It is a relatively small change order to cover 2 items. In particular, those were mentioned in the memo dated June 12th from Cedric Hay, Banner Associates. There was a sanitary sewer service that was not shown in the plans going to a property, and that line needed to be reinstalled. So the number of units to install the water line and the connection to the first one, item change order number 1, which was encountered on June 10th, was for a water service. Excuse me, I said sanitary sewer. But it's a unit price contract, so the units bid are extended by the amounts shown for change item number 1. And for change item number 2, there was a sanitary sewer service not shown. It was indeed in place to serve the property. And so again, this was unit price bid items. There was nothing negotiated. It was just the added number of particular items needed to accomplish the work. If I may comment briefly about why these change orders, typically smaller items like this, we would be able to just via the language in the contract increase those items accordingly and sort of reconcile, if you will, at the end of the project, because there's no new prices unit prices involved here. They're all already prices that have been bid. But rural development oversight has indicated very strenuously that we need to be very diligent on any types of changes that come up, and that's what precipitated this. I'll just leave it at that. How we've tried to memorialize this in a timely fashion, and you'll notice that the dates on the memo from Banner, June 12th memo. The first item came up on June 10th, the other one came up on June 11th. This memo was forwarded to RD for their acknowledgement, but their recommendation was to process this as a change order very promptly because of some different rules and regulations they have to deal with about committing federal dollars and so on. So you may see smaller change orders for items like this, perhaps even on a monthly basis. That happens to coincide with monthly visits from rural development staff to try to encapsulate different smaller things that come up. Hopefully most of the items come up as small, but this type of things happens on construction. I guess I would submit that, and this gets these into the contract, I guess you could say, formally. With that, I know I rambled a lot here, but I'd be happy to stand by for questions, or if Brad has anything to further to elaborate.
Okay, do I have a motion to authorize the mayor to sign change order number 1, Banner Association Inc., JJ Earthwork Inc., Water System Improvement Project, Phase 1A?
So move.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any further comments, discussion? Not hearing any. We'll take roll call vote.
Commissioner Wire?
Aye.
Commissioner Waltner?
Aye.
Commissioner Thone?
Aye.
Commissioner Shaw?
Aye.
And Mayor Denner.
Aye. We'll go down into number 3. This one's mine. We're adopting a resolution number 2020-19, powers and duties of the mayor and the commissioners. Do I have a motion to adopt the resolution?
I have a motion to adopt the resolution 2020-19 with the following changes. We will flip Commissioner Waldner and Commissioner Wire, and also move Commissioner Shaw to be the liaison with LAIC.
That is fine, Mike. The one thing with Mr. Shaw is he's already on the board.
I'm on the chamber board, not the
chamber.
LAIC.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
I got mixed up there. Sorry about that. So you want you to go back to Public Safety Commissioner and Jeray to go Utilities, and the LAIC to go to Commissioner Shaw. Is that correct?
Correct.
Is that any issue on the LAIC, Jen?
Should be fine.
Okay,
I'll second that motion.
that's acceptable with me, and we got a second. Okay, is there any further comments or discussion?
The only comment I'd make on that is I think by switching, Mike's got that. He's been doing that for a while.
Yep.
And with his telecommunications background, I think it fits that perfectly. Dre's already in the utility world. That's what he does. So I think for us that would be more advantageous for our citizens in this community.
And again, I concur with that, and I have no issues with the changes. Any other comments, discussion? Not hearing any. Jen?
Where was Bob's name at?
Bob is Commissioner of Public Works.
Doug Miller?
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. Roll call vote.
Commissioner Ware?
Aye.
Commissioner Shaw?
Aye.
Commissioner Waldner?
Aye.
Commissioner Thel?
Aye.
Mayor Danner?
Aye. We'll move into number 4. This one's Brad. Brad, you want to start us off discussing the set bid date of July 28th, bid number 893, construction of underground electrical circuitry for the cyber state development.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, we do have plans drawn up from DGR Engineering to construct the needed infrastructure to support the development at Cyber Estates. This will be full underground circuitry for all the lots and including the street light wiring. And so we'd like to advertise for bids and open bids on the 28th of July until at 2 p.m. and see where we come out. We had $715,000 in the budget for improvements this year. From that, we took out $500,000 roughly for the upgrade, and that leaves us with a little extra to anticipated $200,000 total investment in the cyber estates. We're a little under on the other two, the materials and the upgrade project. So it should leave us a little extra for this, should we need it.
Jen, do you need to know where the fund's coming from?
Brad and
or-
I have talked, we're
Okay.
comfortable, it should be in the budget based on what the bids could potentially come in. But we're
Okay.
comfortable for the short term, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So do I have a motion to set bid date for July 28th, bid number 893, construction of underground electrical circuitry for cyber state development?
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any further comments, discussion? Not hearing any. Roll call vote. Jen?
Commissioner Waldner?
Aye.
Commissioner Shaw?
Aye.
Commissioner Wire?
Aye.
Commissioner Thel?
Aye.
Mayor Danner?
Aye. Number 5 is mine. I made an announcement last meeting that we were going to suspend the go-to meetings. I have since then met with Commissioner Waldner, and we had a discussion and wanted to bring this back to the commissioners and see if this is where we want to go or to go back to our normal way of doing our meetings. So do I have a motion to discuss and approve of the video conference capability for commission meetings?
I'll make a motion that we approve video conference capabilities for commission meetings.
I'd second that.
Okay, I got a motion and a second. Couple things on discussing. I know Ms. Eimers has reached out to other cities to check on what they were doing, if they were getting back to the old normal instead of the new normal. And I do believe she sent that out to all the commissioners. You guys should have received those. I just tallied it them up. There had been some didn't do any modifications of their meetings. They went to Zoom, and they're back to normal and not doing Zoom anymore. There was one city entity that was thinking about doing it permanently, and there was one that was going to go back in August to holding regular meetings. They didn't think it was the correct way to do business with the public. where I stand on that is I would like to see us get back to having face-to-face meetings with the public. But I will open it up for any other discussion or comments.
Keep in mind, folks, that this is changeable on one motion, okay? So what happened here, as I hear it, is that there's been a motion to indefinitely continue it. If next Monday night you don't like go to meeting anymore, you make a motion to end it. So you haven't bound yourself to anything here for more than 1 week. I mean, in reality, now, of course, we probably owe these ladies a little bit more respect than to jerk around from week to week. But with that being said, you're not committing yourself to anything on a long-term basis with respect to go to meeting. I just want that to be understood.
My biggest concern, I think, is if somebody has actually health issues, and they don't feel comfortable being in this room, I don't feel like we should shut that off for them. I think they should still have the opportunity to participate in the city commission meetings.
And I might not have made myself clear last week that we still, when we go back to our old norm, we still have call-in capability for a commissioner that would not need to be here or want to be here. So that would still be an option.
So you want to limit it strictly to be able to have the commissioner come on that and then close it off to the public and have the public come in?
Right.
That's what you would like.
Basically.
Well, he wants it to be by phone only, as I understand it.
No video.
No video.
Okay.
Correct.
And that's how we used to do it. If a commissioner was on the road, they would call in.
Telephonic.
Yeah.
If you want to restrict the public's access to go to meeting, you can amend the motion and do that. I'm not taking a position on that either way. I'm just saying procedurally you can if you want to.
And I don't want to do that at this point. I feel like in my opinion, if they have issues and they don't feel like they should sit in this room, I still would like them to participate. I mean, you look there, we've got a decent number of people on tonight. I do think it's important personally.
And I have, either way, I can go either way as mayor. We just felt like we were trying to get back. City Hall was opening up. The MMU was opening up. So we just felt we were wanting to get back to the old normal. But if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
I'd like to open meeting to have the people come down here, and if they got something to say, we're all sitting here where we can talk to them. It's no different than going camping or something like that, you're right next to the people out there, or going to a baseball game or something, you're amongst the people. And
A lot of those are wants. You might need to come to the meeting to appear to it, and your health may not allow it.
And if they want to, they can wear a mask coming in here too,
Lexi and I will be here if you want us there.
Yeah.
No problem with that.
I can go along with letting this go for a week, a month, see how things go.
I don't think we even need to put a sunset date on it. We
Right.
can just end it whenever
Right.
we want.
Right.
So I think if we
Yep.
just leave it alone and when we're ready to be done,
Okay.
we'll have a discussion.
It can always be placed on the agenda for discussion and or
Okay. Okay, any further comment or discussion on that? So the motion, just so everybody's clear, the motion is to approve a video conference capability for the commission meetings as of now. Okay, Jen, will you take roll call vote?
Commissioner Thel?
Aye.
Commissioner Wallner?
Aye.
Commissioner Shaw?
Aye.
Commissioner Ware?
Aye.
Mayor Denner?
Aye. Number 6, this was brought up by a citizen last week, and we wanted to put this on the agenda to talk about it, discuss the use of yard waste facilities. Gary, if you want to come on up. and just fill us in there.
Yeah. About 2 or 3 times a year, we have Muller pallets come in and grind the pallets and the trees. And they have a few rules that we have to abide by when they do that. We can't have any other wood besides pallets and trees. We can't have decking. We can't have anything painted. We can't have any pressed wood in there because what they do with it is they take it to the ethanol plants and burn it and make ethanol. So that's the rules that we're running under, and right now the ethanol plants are kind of throttled back. So we're getting kind of a stockpile of trees and pallets. I talked to them today, and I said, is there any way we can get this ball rolling? And they said, well, they've talked to Poet, and they're talking about getting a holding area for the grindings so we can get this ball rolling, because we're not the only city that's having this problem.
Right.
But it is a free service to us. They come and grind it, they take it away. So I kind of like to try to stay within their boundaries of the rules. But I did mention, I said, well, what about if we have you come in and grind it and we can store it? That would make a lot more room for us. And he was going to check in and see if that would work. So that's an option too.
I guess on that note, Gary, I know it's getting quite full out there. And I know we visit a little bit. I would love to see that once we get it cleaned up, that we just do not allow pallets out there.
It does cause a lot of issues because
It
somebody
does.
thinks, well, it's got wood in it, I think it's close enough. Well,
Yeah.
they got to take all that out because they cannot have pressed wood, painted wood, which is what a lot of what's in there. So.
And then you have to take it to...
Then we got to end up taking it to our restricted use sites.
Right.
The purpose is to keep all this out of our landfills and keep, free up the space in all the landfills. So, especially with the pallets, it's just they brought up maybe burning them. This is a former landfill, so under the South Dakota permit, we're not allowed to burn out there. So.
Not out there, but if we do not get the grinder in, we could take the pallets, haul them all the way out to the restricted, and burn them out there just to clean it up.
Correct. Yes.
Yep.
But we've got a lot of stuff out there that we're not supposed to take at all. I mean, if it's not grass, trees, or pallets, and leaves, of course, but we just don't want it out there. They're dumping cement and cleaning out their pickups, and just please don't do that.
Well, I guess I would be willing to let you hear back from the grinder and see where that comes in at, and then we can go from there.
I think we started another pile of trees. If the public would move to that east pile, that would be great, because we're getting kind of congested in that middle area. So.
Did we move the signs around?
Yeah, we're going to go out tomorrow and move some
Okay.
signs around. So.
Okay.
Have you had any farmers contact you for the
Compost.
grass? Yeah, compost.
Yeah, it's free for the taking if anybody's interested. There's plenty of it out there. So that's part of the process too, is try to get that back out in use.
Any other discussion or comments on that?
I'd hate to see us close that landfill.
Right.
But people also need to follow the rules. I mean, we have rules in place to keep that place cleaned up, and I was out there about a week ago and extremely frustrated because you couldn't get around, and it's not anybody's fault. I mean, I get it that Poet's closed down and we can't get it anywhere, but hopefully they'll come back and at least get some of the ground at some point here, and we have to store some of it. But I am in agreement with you about not taking pallets out there. I think that would help some of this problem.
Right.
So,
They can, I mean, they can take pallets out to restricted site use.
Yes.
Those that take it out, but they're gonna have to pay for it, of course.
Yeah, right now we could,
Right.
and we can burn out there, we just can't burn in this site here.
Right.
So there's a special area out there that we can burn it, so. That does keep our hole from filling up.
Okay.
That's all we can burn out there, trees and trees.
Okay. Any other comments? Not hearing any public comments?
Nothing tonight, sir.
Anything online, Lexi?
Is there anybody out on there that would like to make any public comments?
Okay, announcements?
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
I just have a quick comment, if I will. Just want to say a huge shout out and a thanks to our two former commissioners for their years of service to the city of Madison and what they've done. And it's been a pleasure to work with them. I believe maybe 6 years, something like that. And so I look forward to the two new commissioners as well, and moving the town forward and keeping City of Madison as a progressive community. So thanks to them, and honored to have these other two individuals working with us.
Thank you. See nothing under exec session. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So approved.
Second.
All in favor, signify by aye.
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 All opposed? We are adjourned. Have a good evening. Mr. Wire, you guys, you and